Hey folks, welcome to another edition of BrushPile Fishing. As you can tell, it is a cold late fall morning here on Dale Hollow, Tennessee. We've got a great show in store. Guide Corey Thomas is going to join us, and we have a special guest. Chris Kleva of Stan's Slip Bobbers is going to join us, and this is a very special show. One of my good friends that passed away this year, Mike Ellis. You've seen him on the show before. Mike is the one that kind of got Stan's Bobbers hooked up with Corey and us and some of the others on the B&M staff. So we're going to dedicate this show to Mike. Sure do miss him, miss his conversation. But you stay tuned. We'll be right back with BrushPile Fishing.
Many people look at a lake and feel a sense of calm serenity. Crappie fishermen feel the heart-pounding anticipation of the thump. That's why host Russ Bailey is addicted to crappie fishing. It's this addiction that takes Russ from the Midwest to the Deep South in search of the best lakes, techniques, and patterns from some of the best crappie anglers in the country. Right here on BrushPile Fishing.
Hey folks, welcome back to BrushPile Fishing on a foggy, cold morning here in Dale Hollow with my two special guests today, Chris Kleva of Stan's Slip Bobbers.
Russ, how are you?
And Corey Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
He runs some half-butt, guide service.
Yeah.
Corey, I drove from Ohio to get some warmer weather, and it is about 34 degrees this morning.
Yeah, well, you were questioning, whether the cold front's going to mess them up, but we're about to find out.
Tell you what are we going to do today?
Well, we're going to do a couple things. The main thing is we're going to talk about our good buddy Mike.
Yes.
Really a great dude and we'll learn about how he connected all of us.
Exactly.
And done some great things there. We're going to put the Stan's PBS to work with the slip bobber, deep slip bobber on, we maybe fish as deep as 35 foot. And we may pitch some jigs out there. We may even catch fish too on the old roo. We'll see how it goes.
All right. Very cold conditions, Dale Hollow. I love coming down here. The one thing, Corey, and we've talked about this before, my home lake, Chris, is about 6 foot deep. That's it. It's a bowl. It is a mud pit the whole time. This clear water, if anything intimidates me, it's this clear water.
It's the great equalizer, buddy.
It is, man. You ready to get started?
Let's do it, man.
Chris, you ready to put something in the boat?
Absolutely. Let's go have some fun.
All right. Folks, here we go.
Here's the lake information, sponsored by Mossback Fish Habitat.
Russ, what we got here, we got a couple different piles.
Okay.
One of them's on a transition of this sandy, rocky bank, like kind of a pebbly bank, and it's got a tree there, and it's got a monster school out here about 85 foot. Right now, we're just kind of lurking out here on the outside. Now, there's another pile that I'm tempted to fish right here, right close to us, but this one's got bluegill and crappie mixed together. And right now, if you get them mixed together, you can't even get a minnow to them because the bluegills just eat up the minnow. Oh, it's so frustrating. But we're gonna come up here, I'm gonna cast at these one time.
Okay.
And that's gonna tell me something about how deep I wanna position the slip bobber. So if they come up there and rush it, then I'm gonna make them come and get it.
Okay.
But if they go down, we'll see what level they go down to on this jig, and then we're gonna measure out that exact amount with the live scope and put it right on their nose.
Gotcha.
So first cast will tell us a lot.
Your gear and conditions, sponsored by Millertech Lithium.
Folks, while he's trying to figure these fish out, we talked in the opening that, we're dedicating this show to my buddy Mike Ellis, all of our buddies, and Chris, Mike's actually the one that got a lot of me, Corey, Kent Driscoll hooked up with you guys, and that's how Mike was. I mean, if you were his friend, he was going to try to help you out.
For sure. And Mike was very instrumental in getting Stan's Slip Bobbers to all you guys, and I can't thank him enough. It was just a chance that I was flipping through Facebook and I saw a post that Mike made, and I decided to reach out to him and send him some of my bobbers, and he was all over him. And then he So he said, if you want to grow this thing, you got to get a hold of Corey and Kent Driscoll and Preston Cleary and yourself, and that's kind of how it all started.
I remember him, Russ, you ever use a slip bobber? I said, yeah, I do. He said, what about stands? I said, no. He says, I need to have you try these. And folks, one of the things that we did when I was taping with Mike, I was telling him about my son being a bass fisherman. I said, man, I can't get him to break that habit. And Mike never batted an eye and started talking about, well, there's help out there, Russ. And we cut that video clip and put it out as a separate clip. We had well over 100,000 views on that. Folks, I don't know if we can do it, but if we can find that, I'll put a link or have Troy put a link on there, because you have to watch this.
It's just the stoic.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there and I am trying not to bust the gut, because he is serious as can be, but well, I'm going to have to get my boy in counseling, because I hate to admit this, but he'd rather bass fish than crappie fish. Likes them both, but he's a bass guy. I don't tell too many people that.
Well, and you know what? Counseling is a good idea. That sounds like a good idea.
I love my son, but I'm kind of disappointed when it comes to that.
Well, it's a disease and whatnot, but I believe that it is treatable. I'm living proof, Russ. I was addicted one time.
Okay.
I was marred down, in the mud and all of that with that, but I finally broke loose.
You come out of the dark side.
The Lord delivered me from that, and I saw the light, and I'm all in on crappie fishing.
Can I have Wyatt call you?
Sure, sure. Have him call me, and I'll help him any way I can.
That's how he was, and might point out, you might want to tell the folks whose jersey you're wearing.
Well, yeah, in honor of Mike, I contacted his wife, and I thought it would be appropriate for me to wear his jersey on the show today. He was kind enough to put the Stands logo on his jersey, custom-made jersey. So I thought, hey, what the heck? Let's honor Mike, and so I'm wearing it proudly today, and I hope Mike's smiling down on it.
He is. Lori, thank you so much for letting us have the jersey for this show.
It's my honor to honor Mike. So thank you.
We will return it, possibly with some fish DNA on it.
We ain't washing it, Lori.
Which he would appreciate.
Take it. There we go. There's a crappie.
Crappie?
Yeah. Yes, sir. That's a good one. Oh,
yep.
yeah.
Yeah, just see it. I got you.
Oh, my goodness.
Mondo.
Oh, my goodness. For the first one of the morning. Woo!
Here we go.
Holy crow. Look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Russ Bailey
is
on the board.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh, my goodness, folks.
Our buddy Mike would like that, wouldn't he?
Mike, that one's for you, buddy. Brother. That one's for you.
That belly on her. She's stuffed, ain't she, Russ?
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty thick. That's a good fish.
So, Chris, Stands is one of those companies that's been around for a long, long time.
It has. 1958 is when the company started in a little town in northern Indiana called Bremen.
Yeah.
And my dad and I purchased the company from the Stanifer family, which is where the Stands name comes from, in 1999, and we've been running it ever since and having a good time doing it.
And folks, when Corey and Chris do the gear check, he'll show you some of the differences between that and a lot of other products on the market. But one of the things that I'm excited about, when I first met Chris, we were at the Columbus Boat Show. He was in our booth, and I told him that I needed a slip bobber that I could use for shooting docks when those fish are deep. Not when they're only a foot or so, but when they're deep. And Chris, it took you a couple weeks, and oh man, you knocked it out. And that one is now for sale, folks. It's called the Mini. If you get a chance, check that out. But you've got a bobber for about anything that you can do.
We do. We have every size. We have a few different colors, and we started out with just a styrofoam
Yeah.
float, and then when I got hooked up with Corey and Kent and you guys, that's where the balsa float
Yes.
generated from. They thought that they needed a
And
little.
you saw how light that bite was on that fish you caught. I don't think you would have saw that on any other bobber.
And you know what? Say what you want. Crappie fishermen, we all started out bobber fishing, and there's still something exciting about seeing that thing go.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. It takes you back to when you were a kid.
Exactly.
You know, Russ, one of the nice things about being a smaller family-owned business is we have the flexibility, you know, to like to create different floats for different needs, and it's fun to customize stuff for people.
But that mini has been dynamite for me shooting dachshund when those fish are a little bit deeper.
God,
What you got,
monster,
Corey?
monster.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. Right in your line. He ain't as big as I thought he was, but
Got him?
yeah. I watched him eat it on the jig. Finally got one willing enough to come after it.
All right.
Sun coming out, maybe these fish turn on. All right, folks, so we've hit our first brush pile. We caught a couple nice fish off of it, some bluegills. The bluegills were actually overrunning everything, so we made a move, going a little bit deeper. We're gonna fish in about 30 foot of water now and see if we can find some fish without those gills.
So Russ, this is one of my favorite spots. You're lucky I like you. This is a chicken coop that put out here a long time ago, and it's got like a chicken coop wire, and it's got bamboo, cane reeds.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite pieces of structure to fish. And it kind of makes like a mat they get underneath of it. And it doesn't look all that impressive when you look at it, but we got the net handy. Yeah, that's it.
Confidence, I like it.
So, yes, yep, come on back. Drop it right there, Chris, and just let it fall. See him swim up on me?
No, you got one.
Yeah.
Nice.
There we go. Oh,
Chris has got one.
we got another
Got
one.
one
Right here, just bring it right there,
GoPro
Russ.
and everything else going.
Chris has got a better one than I
Nice,
did.
and oh, he's staying down there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bring him up. There we go.
Oh, nice.
There we go, fellas.
That just broke up above.
Oh,
I don't know what's going on.
man, just dropped down. Catch that nice double.
Well, Russ, that happened quick,
That
Sure
was
did.
like super quick.
super quick. We found some biters. What was pretty cool, Troy said he got a good shot of that, is when that fish swam up and my bobber didn't go under, it just came up. That's when we designed this to do that.
Nice.
Because when they're like, you get them really aggressive like that, they're gonna swim up and knock slack in it.
There he is.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, that didn't take long either. Another good fish, feels like.
Yeah, get down to the net. Woo-hoo. Smalley.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's a
Nice.
bonus. There's a bonus.
There's a bonus.
I feel like I'm at Lake Erie. Look at
Wow,
that.
that's a nice smallie.
Oh, oh.
Oh, your son's gonna be jealous now.
This is for you, Wyatt. Out of 30 foot of water.
That's Mike Ellis sent that.
Yes, sir.
He sent that to you.
Yes. Mike, thanks. Beautiful fish. Man, there's nothing like a smallie, especially on that rod.
So like mine, when it swam it up, that's a data point. It tells you something. If you want to go under, I should shallow up 2 foot. So what I'm gonna do is, the chances are, if they're swimming it up,
Yeah.
that you're probably a little bit too deep.
So come up on us
Come up
more.
just a foot and a half, 2 foot, and then they'll take it down. Because your chances of getting them on a take it down bite are probably 3 to 1. You still, I caught the fish, but you'll catch a lot less of them when they're swimming it up. So They're right here, 50 foot. So I'm out past them, I'm pretty sure. All right, I'm coming into them right now. That's the spot.
Gosh, we didn't even get out there.
I got him, don't worry about it. I can swing this one. Nice black nose. These are what we got here at Dale, the prettiest, biggest black nose in the country. These fish came from Arkansas.
Really?
And these are actually black nose, which is just a subspecies of the blacks. And he's actually got a broken, so they all have like a unique fingerprint.
Corey, while we're getting back on that spot, can you tell the folks what pattern are these fish in? I know we're in October, but 70-degree water.
We're still in a late summer pattern. Yeah. Early fall, late summer. I call this the truck stop pattern.
Okay.
A lot of these fish are relating to the river channels and the creek channels. And so we're getting right off the channel swings and then with structure we've placed out here on these. And so they're just cruising down I-65s. Oh, there's buckies. They'll pull up there and they'll stay for a couple weeks, sometimes a month.
Really?
And this is before they go into like the deep. These fish actually, most people think they're gonna come, they keep asking me, they'll say, when will the crappie come in shallow? They're not gonna come shallow.
So
not on this lake.
They're going deeper.
They're just gonna go deeper. So they're kind of just getting ready. In the winter, you know, we'll catch them 50, 60 foot deep.
Yeah.
You know, but why? Why do you think they stay deep here versus other lakes?
I don't know, because everywhere else they do go shallower.
You know what kind of bait fish we got in here? Predominant species of bait fish, alewives, just like up on Erie. They love it down there deep.
Yeah.
And these big crappie, they're never going far from the food source. So where it should be good right there when it comes down to it. Hit him, Chris, he's got it.
Yep.
He swam up it. You see it come up?
Yeah. I didn't know if that, I did. But
no, that was a
I
bite.
didn't know if that
You
was,
got your minute, come on in.
if that was Russ's line. hitting
No,
it.
no. That was that swim up bite that both of mine have done. Right there, Russ. Yeah. They're moving on it. Chris got him.
There you go, Chris.
Good one?
Yeah, it feels like a nice one.
Yeah, just keep winding on him. It's gonna be a big fish. Yeah.
I hear the drag.
Lift up, got him. All right.
Nice.
Good job.
Go, Chris.
There you go.
So right now, Russ, today, a lot of times I get my minnows graded. I didn't have time, so we just kind of got what they had in the tank today. But I've been picking out the smallest minnows available.
Okay.
I'm talking tiny.
Gotcha.
You know, this is tiny, and that's where it plays with the hook that we'll talk about on the gear check. That's what gets these fish to bite. If you fish a number 2 Aberdeen in a big old honking minnow like you're used to doing, it's crickets all day and you're gonna zero. So these fish are really finesse oriented and they're wanting a small bait, and I'm getting the smallest minnows I can get. In fact, I have them graded a number 14, 15 size is what I want.
Okay. Get him?
Yeah, you got him.
Yes, sir. Look at that rod bend. Look at that rod bend. I just missed one.
Another good
Oh,
one.
another big fish. Doggone, you gotta love Dale Hollow.
Well, that's awesome right there.
If you want to holler.
You call those Mondos,
What
don't
a
you?
morning.
Look how fat. Look, she's chock full like a spawner and she's full of shad.
What a morning.
All right, Troy, right there. See it falling?
Straight down in the pile.
Now watch this. You're gonna get to see that fish charge it. Any second now, one of them's gonna charge out of it. He's coming now. They're charged, 2 of them fighting over it. Got him.
On the jig?
Yeah. I got him.
On the jig.
Right now I'm trying to get them fired back up, and I would suspect But here in a minute, we might get another one on the,
It's on a show enough.
show enough, crappie magnet.
What a morning, folks.
Here he comes, Russ. Charging you. He's all over it right now. Tighten your slack up. Yeah, man.
Got him.
That ought to be a good one.
Folks, it was cold out this morning. The temperatures heated up. The fishing is incredible right now. And I mean absolutely incredible. Here's another nice fish.
I got your net ready.
Soon's that hitting the pile, wasn't it, Corey?
Yeah.
Come here.
Black nose.
Black nose crappie. Hold still. As soon as that hit the pile, he was on it. Corey caught it. Here's another black nose. It's like someone took a marker right down those fish.
There he is. Yeah, man.
That water tastes pretty good.
Don't taste like that Ohio water, does it?
No, no. I told you we ain't used clear water at all. That's a good cleaner fish right there. But after what we've caught today, man, my little tiny hook, which Corey will talk about here on the gear check, but another good quality fish.
And now, the BrushPile Gear Check.
Hey everybody, welcome to today's BrushPile Gear Check. We're going to tell you about what we did today. First of all, it's all about the B&M 75 series combo. This guy's a great rod, 7 foot, medium action, can handle big smallmouth like Russ caught today. Still bluegill put up a good fight, but it's perfect for these crappie on these slip bobbers. As far as the line goes, we're using the slime line, 4 pound. Just remember when you're on Dale Hollow, you got to use a clear line. You can't be using anything high vis. Clear line, low vis is the way to go because the clear water. We mentioned this several times throughout the day, and that was hook. And we talked about it a little bit, but size of minnow and hook are crucial. What we're using today is a Gamakatsu octopus hook, but a number 6. This is like a trout hook or like a very small walleye hook, and it's a short shank. And we're using the tiniest minnows we can get our hands on, and this gives them maximum swimmability, if you want to call it. But it just, these fish, they can't see the hook. Because if you go back to your number 2 Aberdeen hook, like Gold Aberdeen that everybody grew up using, you come out here and they're gonna swim right up that minnow and swim right back down and laugh at you. But the most important thing with this technique is the bobber itself. And we worked on this for about a little over a year to get this exactly right for you guys. And we saw today a lot of these swim up bites, the layover bite. If you don't have the right bobber and the right setup, you're gonna miss every one of those. You're gonna lose half your bites. You're never gonna see them if you don't have the setup right. So when we designed this, there's a couple key features. It's got a grommet on the top that well, actually it reduces down to the size where you don't have to put a bead on top of this bobber. Really cleans up your rig, makes it much more cast easier, and you're looking, fishing 30 foot deep. It just makes it so much easier. Also, there's no other competitor that actually puts the grommet on the bottom. The point of that is, when you set the hook 3 or 4 times, the line doesn't cut a groove in the bobber, and the bobber is going to work. These bobbers are going to work for years. This same bobber right here I've been using for all season, so since probably April, end of April, early May. And they just look like brand new, finishes great, and they just hold up. But you got to have the proper equipment, and it's those grommets that keep the line from cutting grooves. It keeps your slip bobber working. Another thing is, I like to use this tungsten. So each one of these bobbers has a number on it. So there's a 14, an 18, and then a 38. The 38 stands for 3/8. The 18 is 1/8, and the 14 is 1/4. So we designed these for a specific amount of weight, and that's when these fish just breathe on it like that. The bite was super light today, and we saw every one of them. So when you put the combination all together, the 75, perfect rod for this. You got the line, 4 pound, clear line, You put the bobber, you get it weighted right, you got the right hook. You see, and you'll see the proofs in what we caught today on the show. So, guys, that's our BrushPile gear check for the day. All right, 3 or 4 of them fired up right there. Russ one's charging it right now. Get ready. It's about to go under. Hit him. My man. We called that, didn't we?
That's
Yes.
awesome.
Ooh, that's a good fish.
All right.
This better not be in there smallmouth or bluegill.
No, that one came out of the pile.
That's a good crappie. Oh, come on, baby. Whew. Dude, he is staying down.
It's gonna be a big one.
That's gonna be a monster.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. Nice fish.
You don't mess around, dude. You taking all the big ones?
Oh,
that
my
fish
goodness.
is over 2.
Doggone, folks. Look at there.
This hook is crucial to getting these bites.
Okay.
And this is not a hook that anybody uses, but in honor of our buddy Mike, in memory of Mike, Mike was the helper, right? He told everybody, if he saw you at the boat ramp, he was gonna give you a package of that bait.
Right, right.
I'm in honor of Mike, I'm giving everybody everything today. We're gonna give them all the info. We're not holding nothing back.
Look at that,
That's
folks.
beautiful fish.
There's a legitimate 2-pound black crappie here from Dale Hollow. Those stand slip bobbers will let you know too. Look at that. Doggone.
And you know, down here, that's a great fish, but that's what we catch every day.
Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed today's show. It has been a blast this morning. We've only been on the water a couple hours. We have caught smallmouth, some nice big bluegills, and the crappie fishing was second to none. Chris, thank you for joining us today.
Russ, thanks for having me. It's been a blast. I really appreciate it.
Corey, as always, brother.
As always, my
Captain
man.
Corey.
Anytime we get a fish with you, man, it
Yeah.
always turns out good. And you said, like, you know, these fish are not even in their fall pattern yet. They're not really fattening up, but
Right.
my goodness, we caught good fish.
Oh yeah, solid fish, and got on one pile, and that's all it took. If they really wanted to eat, that's typical fishing around here. You just got to hit enough spots and get it done.
Folks, if you're looking for a trip to Dale Hollow, you've never been here, it is a big body of water. Everything looks the same. Give this man a call, at least for your first day. It'll make the rest of the trip more enjoyable. You'll have a ball fishing with him. And fellas, what brought us all together is Mike Ellis.
Yep.
Yep,
Tip of the hat to Mike.
Yep.
yep, and he was shining on us today.
He sure was.
And guys, I'm telling you, catching that, we've done a lot of trips. I've never caught a bass here when we've been fishing. And to catch that smallmouth, it's him talking about Wyatt again.
Yeah,
So,
staging an intervention.
yes. Mike, I tell you what, brother, we definitely miss you. Love you, man. And I know you're up there in heaven fishing those best lakes there are. So, fellas, thanks again.
Thanks, Russ.
Folks, I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned because we'll be back again with BrushPile Fishing. See, the fishing's easy,
That's the first time you got me that I think I've been stuck for words since
'Cause you got an
first
audience.
grade. All right, I'm ready.
Hurry up so we can do this.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what we got going on here.
Got the old
Like it's fan
Rochambeau.
club or something, you know?
It's his show, right?
Let's
We're
go,
just, we're
Corey.
just here.
Hello, folks. This is the real intro. He's a good one, all right, right? Cut.
Special thanks to B&M Pole Company, War Eagle Boats, Crappie Magnet, Slime Line Fishing Line, Cornfield Fishing Gear, Eye-Hole Jig, Easy Drift, Driftmaster, Offshore Tackle Company, Power Pole, Mossback Fish Habitat, Purpose Built Optics, Garmin, Stan's Slip Bobbers, Bob's Cycle Repair, Millertech Lithium,